Emotional regulation through hobbies? Is that possible? Let's psych about it. Welcome back, everyone, to the Psyche Cast Hobby from the Heart, episode 2. So we have a special guest today that we will be introducing in a moment. So for our second episode is Hobby as an emotional regulation. So as you guys can know that the podcast is us talking about hobbies and how it can influence our mental health and also the psychology of it. So let's go with introduction. So those who are aware of me, my name is Muhammad Imran. I am the host. We have...
I'm Ram. I heard a lot of people complain that they couldn't hear me last time. And
Upgraded.
And then we have our special guest.
Hi guys, my name is Sham. Can call me Sham. Nice to meet you
Hi,
guys.
Sham. You want to introduce yourself to the audience, what you study and what semester you're in?
Okay, sure. I guess most of them know. I'm studying bachelor degree in psychology, and I'm in semester 6 right now. Next semester will be my FYP.
Yeah. FYP with the proposal defense.
Yes. Tomorrow I have a proposal defense.
Tomorrow you have proposal defense. Wallahi. So we have gotten a much better setup. We are in T401 brainstorming pod. They have actual mics now, and I have an actual mic.
yeah, and I saw Imran having a hat last week. I wanted one too. Too jealous.
So we have some decorations. We have a mask, flower, shockwave, shockwave from the Decepticon. We have a Rubik's cube. These are just I guess things that can be hobbies. You know, we have gardening, a figurine, puzzles, and what is it? Fashion.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's an emotional regulation. What do you guys understand from that?
So, as at its core, I guess it's the ability to allow your emotions to come and at the same time to allow it to go. I think as a base that could easily be defined as what you say as emotional regulation. Sham, you wanna?
Yeah, sure. I would say regulating itself is a balance. So emotions is something that we can't avoid. So it's either positive or negative. We need to know how to balance the emotion. So that is emotional regulation. Most people out there, when they feel happy about it, they express their emotion. But when they feel negative about it, they avoid the emotion, which is wrong, I feel, in my perspective. I mean, I won't say it's wrong, but because we are born in a very close culture, saying that this cannot be done, this cannot be done, including our emotion itself. But if they understand the word emotional regulation, the balance of both negative and positive, I think they might understand that it's okay to actually to express negative emotions as well.
But it's just like it has to be controller,
Yes,
control,
exactly.
and like not harming anyone. That's a good point. So emotional regulation in psychology is talked about a lot, and we practice it, but it's still a term alongside with other terms for mental health, like, and it's still quite unknown. So the goal of this episode, we're gonna talk about how we can use hobby as emotion regulation. There are other things that you can regulate, macam breathing techniques and
True.
grounding techniques, but I'm gonna talk about specifically about hobbies. So, Sham,
Yes.
you wanna talk about what hobby do you practice?
Okay, it might sound a bit boring about my hobby. For me,
is boring, man.
is it true? Okay, if you say boring, what should I do to you?
Oh, you can take my lanyard for the day.
Your lanyard, FPS's lanyard. I mean, this is more better.
Okay.
Okay, so basically, speaking about my childhood, hobby was not really emphasized in my family. Like, they didn't teach me what specifically is hobby is. And when I went to primary school and secondary, if my teacher asked me what is my hobby, I would just say to them reading book, all the boring types of hobby like reading book. I mean, I didn't like specify myself what hobby I want to do. So over time, I realized that I don't really have a hobby, but I do certain things to make me happy, like to like regulate my emotional. Yang tu pun I have to come to psychology to really understand myself and to recognize what type of actions actually can make me regulate my emotion. So one of the hobby that I would like to say or like to like precise is walking.
Walking.
It might sound boring, but for me, it actually really helps to regulate my emotions, especially when I'm feeling down. Like currently, I went through a lot of heartbreaks. I feel like one of the way that I regulate and try to process my memory, try to process the flashbacks and everything, like through walking. Do you know Taman Tasik out there?
Yeah, Taman Tasik.
Every morning around 7, I'll try to wake up, wash my face. I'll try to walk there.
7.
Yes,
How long does it take to walk from your place to there?
2 minutes.
Oh, he lives in.
I live in Edis here.
We won't
so-
disclose. We won't
Yes.
disclose all of that.
It's okay. Now, mind me, you can want to meet me at this year, walk with me there. I'm chill. I'm chill. I'm an extrovert person in a way. People call me that for a reason, so I'm okay with that. So yeah, I would say walking. I mean, there's a lot of types of walk. Some people they will just walk for fun.
A lot of types of walking. Interesting.
I mean, in my opinion, some people they will walk for fun. Some people they enjoy their surrounding by walking. Some people they walk by processing what is going on in their life. And another walking, they say cat walking. That is a type of walking which they do it in pageantry, which I'm good in. I won't say that I'm good in, but I usually do catwalk. I used to flex my walk.
It's like the fashion, right? You like go
Yes,
down the.
exactly.
Ah, okay.
Exactly. So speaking about my story on how I emotional regulate when I walking. So initially I memang walk macam biasa je. I used to walk in Taman Tasik. I used to do a few rounds and so on. But then when time goes by, I know I can do catwalk. So why not I use the catwalk as a coping mechanism as well, as a hobby as well, just to flex it. It's not like showing to people, but actually it's like making me happy, making me come up who am I as a person. Because right now I feel like I'm opening up a bit also. So if I show that, it's just making me pleased, I would say, making me happy always. So I realized one thing about walking, it definitely gives us a mindset where you think properly actually. Basically like what I mentioned just now, my past maybe I have went through a lot. Everyone of us went through a lot. But I don't really think that people process it. So if people doesn't process it, they tend to avoid learning lessons. Macam tu je. I mean, maybe they feel like, okay, in this process, I mean, in this thing, you buat macam ni. So you have to learn your lesson. Lain kali jangan buat macam tu. Actually, that advice can work out. But you yourself have to take your own accountability to actually understand it. You can expect a third wheel or a validation, but don't too much into them. You need to know how to study yourself. So that's why walking helps me a lot. It makes me not only helping me to regulate my emotion, it helps me to process all the information in certain ways.
That's very interesting.
It's very in depth.
Oh, very in depth. You very know like exactly why you do it
Yes.
and what it means to you, and that's that we have a lot to dig in with that. It's like, do you think like walking and jogging is like the same thing? Cause like walking is
No.
No, I actually think it's different. Very different. Because when you're jogging, you get tired, and you have a goal in mind. You want to get something done by this amount of meter, and your brain is pretty much occupied. When you're walking, however, I was just thinking about this while he was telling. When you're walking, you have a lot of emptiness going up there. And when there's space up there, you get to reflect. You get to think about your actions. You get to emotionally regulate, So nowadays, what people do when things are empty, when there's quietness everywhere, what do? We straight go to our phone to get the dopamine hit, right? So I think it's profound hobby to have a hobby as walking. Super healthy.
it like the you always walk at Cyberjaya Lake Garden, right?
Yes.
Is there always like a lot of people, or is it like very calming and quiet?
It depends on the environment. Pagi-pagi, if you see in the early of morning, there will be a few people. But on Sundays, they have pasar pagi. So there will be a lot of people. But either way, pun, as long when you walk and you focus about yourself, it doesn't distract. You just need to be yourself, actually. You need to have a one mindset. Just be yourself, stay calm, and try to like release what you have in your mind. Try to process it. So you'll try to help. If you feel like, oh, you kena dengar, the background music and so on, that will be a disturbance. That means you're not focusing yourself, you're focusing on the surroundings.
It's like you're not leaving your thoughts alone.
Yes, exactly. But we can't blame them because they are a human being. Humans are creative in nature, right? So in one way to actually avoid the distraction, you can use your earpiece. Your earpiece,
Oh, so it just blocks the noise.
it just blocks the noise.
But without the music,
Without the music, lah, it just blocks certain voice. So that some people when I walk, they tend to see me. They tend to see me, right? They think that I'm not focusing. But actually, I will focus on them. I'll smile because I won't be playing my music. I'll just putting my earphones in. Yeah. So in that way, it doesn't disturb me.
And also, I guess it's a good thing because when you put that earphone in, it's like then people wouldn't really bother you
Yes,
because
exactly.
they think you're like in your own world.
Yes, betul.
But actually, you're paying attention to the.
Actually, we are paying attention to our surroundings
Yeah,
in an extent, but at the same time, we think about ourselves more.
Oh, that's really cool. So like, how did it like started? Is it like was it for fun or did you like read through something that suggested for you to go and walk?
Initially, when I was 17, 18, 19, 18, 19, I mean, around that time, I used to go for jogging. Okay, but over time, I get to know that jogging is different than than walking. Over time, it feels like what I'm saying. Jogging actually, you have your own goal, your physical goal, your time, and so on, and it gets tired. So you can actually, you see, when you come to process in your mind your thoughts, it takes an energy as well. And when you jog and when you do that, it will take your whole energy. It's very tiring. So instead, you need to do two separate things. One, you are doing your process, you're thinking about yourself. Another thing, you really focus on jogging. So when I jog, I mean, when it comes back to the walking, it started around, I would say, early this year. Like when I go through something tragic that I don't want to speak about it. I can, but to avoid some certain things. So I tend to like think of what can I do to actually process myself. I can't go to my friends every time and ask, even though they are close to me, even though they are willing to. I can't just go to them and tell them, "Oh my God, I'm feeling down. I need you. I need you to talk to me," and so on. Even though they are willing to, but as I said, I think I raised up in a mindset like I have to do something for myself. So that's where the action comes. And I'm going for therapy as well. So my therapist pun like said that maybe you can take actions that makes you happy. So I pun fikir lah nak buat apa and so on, right? So during that time, I picked up journaling as another hobby as well. So I wrote down on what should I do the next day. So I feel like, okay, early morning, since I'm single, early morning, I wake up, I can just walk. I can just walk, early morning. No need to catch up anyone, no need to say good morning to anyone or what. I can just walk, take my free time. So over time, I walk. I walk and I walk and I walk. I start to realize something was different compared to what I used to do back then. Yeah. And then only I start to process the information. Over time, I get connected to nature. So Taman Tasik, I will say it's like a rebirth of me. Something it really opens my eyes. Even though it's something very small, we just say walking jacket, you can walk with someone and so on. But for me, it really connects, and Taman Tasik really connects deeply for me. Yeah.
So I have a question.
Sure.
So do you think the environment makes a difference? Like, for example, whether it's in a very nature type of environment, comparatively if you're walking or just anywhere by the side of a road, is walking just walking or does it make a difference in where you're walking?
Maybe yes, there is a certain extent to it, but when it comes to nature and when it comes to the road, it's totally different. So for me, when I plug my earphones, I feel everything is the same. So I think you should avoid the sound, lah, to be honest.
Sound.
You'll feel the same. But
Interesting.
when you know, definitely when you hear the cars and when you go to a nature part, it's more calm. You can feel the difference. But for me, most of the time I'll be with my earphones. So technically,
see.
I do feel the same when I be
see.
on the road, when I be on the lakefront as well. Because the nature, because I just focus on myself. I just focus the quiet moment. And when parking my earphones, it will be definitely very quiet. So yeah. But if I tanggalkan my earphones, if I took out it, then I can see a difference. Because sometimes the road will be very loud and you can't really process it because it's a very distraction thing.
Is it very loud at the Tasik? Like if you walk around?
No, it's not that much loud. I won't say it's not loud at all because it's very calm.
Because it's quite distant, right, from the
Yes,
road.
exactly. It's very peace, it's very calm. So yeah, there is a difference, but it depends on how you are controlling it as well.
Oh, that's okay. I had a question tadi in my head. So basically it's like when you walk, it's just sort of, would you say it like reset your sensories because it's like calming, right? It's quiet, trees. You don't. I'm gonna guess you. Do you bring your phone to your walking? Oh, but you mute it. Yeah, you mute it. So that because does it like allow you to like sort of reset yourself?
Yes, it does because it's in the morning. In the morning, the term of waking up in the morning is to reset yourself as well. So once I feel like going out for a walk, especially in a garden, in a nature type of place, or anywhere where you go, you tend to reset very calmly. It will take time rather than bangun awal-awal using your phone. That's a different reset, which is very hectic because you're already tired. Your mental, you know your mental is start to process you waking up, and you use your phone. It will tend to like disrupt your manifestations and so on. Instead of doing that, instead of doing that, when you go for a walk and so on, it resets naturally, so it doesn't have any distractions that much.
Mm.
Oh my god, that. Man, even I'm learning from this because you know the first thing I do, grab my phone. Okay, who messaged me?
I mean, that's human, right? Everyone does that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but maybe you can take some time, go for a shower first,
Yeah.
or relax in the bathroom. Sometimes I used to spend time in the bathroom just relaxing there, just sitting down there, because I want to avoid from my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I want to avoid from my phone. So I took the alarm, just went to the bathroom, just sit down there, or I go for a walk, and then I come back and I use my phone.
That is so healthy. Oh my
Yeah, that
goodness
is-
me. That's so healthy.
Okay lah.
How do you even get out of your bed? For me, my I can't.
That I think that is a childhood trauma. Every time I wake up, every time I sleep late, I kena
Childhood-
rotan. I kena rotan kat kaki.
Okay.
So it's like
Okay.
you know. So now I wake up, I already have like an early bird, you know. When every time I
Yeah.
woke up, I couldn't sleep back.
Yeah.
So I just use it. I would say I use it as an advantage a bit. If I woke up, okay lah, I just relaxed my body. I went to the bathroom, washed my face, macam tu lah.
Ah. Yeah, this is so useful for us, Ram.
If I have the discipline that he has.
So lah.
we were just talking about like in the last episode where like for me like the cinema is my safe place and like the immersion of it. But this is really important to know that different places can be safe places. Like for you, it's the lake garden.
Yes, it is.
It's the place that you rejuvenate and you feel you feel like you can re-energize and get through the day.
Betul.
Just like we talked about last time, it was for me it was the cinema lah. I can remember. Okay. That's really cool.
Thank you.
Okay, so I think we can move on to the third section, emotional regulation through hobbies. What would you say is like the type of emotions that your walking helps to regulate? Is it like anger, anxiety, sadness, or is it like everything?
Good question. Definitely a very good question. So when it comes to emotional regulation, like I say, a balance of emotions. So that's positive, that's negative. So basically, yes, definitely a negative one comes first, like the anxious, the anger, the disrupt, like why this happened and so on. That comes first. You know, I'll be like thinking and processing like what really. I mean, where's the key point of it? Like, you know, what really makes me anxious? What really makes me devastated? But I won't show it out lah. I will just be processing in my mindset. Maybe I will doing my face gestures that much, and then I'll try to regulate it. I'll try to make it. Maybe I will just say some affirmations to okay, macam ni. Maybe what it is lah. That happened. We can't shift anything that. Maybe some it can be replaced, but some if you already know it can't be replaced, you just need to see it in a positive way rather than to see it and curse it in a negative way again and again. That one definitely will help to disrupt your mentality because you already know the answer. Okay, it's a wrong answer. You tak boleh pergi balik betulkan. Yeah, you already know a statement is wrong. You can't just say it's right. You can't just prove anything is right because it's already wrong. So same goes to your emotion. When you already know benda tu tak boleh berlaku, it cannot be done. It cannot be fixed back. Just it's okay to let it go. So for me, it definitely starts from the negative emotions. I mean, I won't consider it as negative because the cult say it's negative, anxious, whatever, it's negative.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, the cult say it's negative, so I'm saying it's negative. So I will say it's a negative emotions. You get to regulate it to a positive emotions, which is calm. I won't say happy. I would say calm. I would say understanding and so on. Yeah.
Yeah, because anger and anxiety is still part of us. Like it's still important. It's not always a negative thing. There's a the movie Inside Out. It's like
Yeah.
they showed
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they showed like anger is actually like was it passion, I think. Anger when the dad was like had the anger emotion, he was the most passionate and the most disciplined. And then the mom is the most empathetic, but the emotion was sadness. So it's like I like the way you say it because it's not negative. It's just another emotion that just allows you to stay calm
Yes.
and sort of put your mind back into like a resting plate, apa like a quote unquote normal state lah.
Yeah.
Betul.
And I think that's what makes us all human, right?
Betul.
Having whether it's negative or positive emotions. I think there's negative and positive are just labels that we have given to these emotions, you know. It's not really the case. I think it becomes a bad thing when we attach ourselves towards the emotions. So, for example, when I say I'm angry, are you feeling angry or are you actually angry? So, we have over time we have actually considered ourselves as the source of the emotion, whereas it's just the feeling. It's just chemicals in your brain that's going haywire, right? So once you're able to detach who you are from your emotions, there's no negative or positive to it.
That's a very good point because it's about sort of like detaching.
Correct.
Detaching like but not detaching to the point that you are like empty and soulless. It's knowing like when you are out of control.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you are out of control, it's important to detach from the emotion that's getting too much.
I think the philosophy of Stoicism touches a lot about this. It's and a lot of people have a misunderstanding of what Stoicism is because people think Stoicism is very emotionless and you detach yourself from every emotions and you become inhuman, you know. And this is what the general idea of Stoicism, and most men nowadays follow such an ideology.
For it's like especially with those people that follows like Andrew Tate, right?
Correct, exactly. And that's the completely wrong side of or wrong definition of what stoicism is. It's all about feeling all of these emotions, understanding and accepting all of these emotions,
Yes.
but not being affected by these emotions.
Yes. Exactly.
Not letting the emotions take control of you.
Yes.
You know, you are in control of your emotions, not the other way around. Right? That's stoicism. But people misunderstand.
Stoicism is from what Greek times, eh?
If I'm not mistaken, it is Greek. Yeah. Socrates.
So it's like stoicism is more like knowing when to be in control of your emotions rather than just like put it down, suppress your emotion.
Because coming back with the detachment theory, I believe if you want to detach, like what Ram said, you have to allow your emotions to happen. Doesn't matter it's about anxious, it doesn't matter you are feeling anger or what. Just allow it. Allow it and try to process with yourself. Because once you tend to allow it, you can think on how to actually detach it. So it's actually a cycle of process. And it will return back to the same point if you are not allowing it. Once you allow it, you tend to like breathe in and you tend to like macam mana cakap sapukan ke tepi a bit by a bit. But if you didn't do that, it will tend to come back again to the cycle. So it's either you are choosing to repeat the same cycle, or it's either that you are breaking out from the cycle and try to form a new circle. Detachment is always you're breaking out from the cycle and forming a new circle of emotion.
A much healthier
Much
cycle.
healthier, much calmer, much peace. Like you already got the answer. So it's better to always you be in the circle first because you are feeling it. And then after you got the answer, after you got the calm for yourself, the process, the thoughts about yourself, then you form a new circle. So it takes time basically.
Would you say that that step is called acceptance?
I would say yes, it calls that because for me, because I went through the process. So I will say, but it takes time, Nara.
It takes time.
It takes time. It's not something where today you feel
Yeah.
this, tomorrow you felt something different. Today you feel angry, and tomorrow, oh, you're not angry with the person anymore. So that is different. That is not actually a processing. It takes time actually. Sometimes it will take weeks, sometimes it will take 4 months. Like for me, we with my best friend, we do have a very good connection. But to form that bond, it takes a lot of process as well. Yes, and sometimes we feel down upon each other, right? It's not something where today we feel macam tu, tomorrow okay we'll call back. It's not like that. I do realize that it takes days and it takes weeks. So the cycle will repeat, repeat, repeat if you didn't allow it. So when it comes to relationship, it's communication. When it comes to us as a person, you tend to allow the feelings for yourself.
That's very important to note because regulating your emotions allows you to perform even better in your relationship. Doesn't matter romantic, doesn't matter with family, friends, and it's like what you said lah. To like get out of that cycle takes courage and awareness of yourself to sort of intervene, cut it off, and form something that you know is better for you. So I guess we can also I finally, the question finally came back to my head. Usually how long you walk for like a day?
Usually how long I walk?
Because it's daily, right?
Yeah, it's daily. Nowadays it's macam I touch je lah because there's a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
I mean assignments apa benda tu semua.
Week 12, the week 12 tension.
A proper sleep as well. So okay, I just leave my walking behind. But if I have time, I definitely do. Like day before yesterday I did walking, but in the night, not in the day. So there's also, I won't say there's a much differences. It's the same.
Oh, you walk at the night as well?
Yeah, sometimes I do walk at the night.
So it depends on your availability.
Yes.
Oh, so that park opens at night time as well?
Okay, morning over here. If I want to walk, which is very rare at the night, I used to go at that lakefront.
Oh, with the
Big lake over there. Yes, the condo. Yeah. The big lake. But both they give similar vibes. I would say they're also nature, but more open. But over there at night, it's very calm, very quiet. Yeah, even though there's a lot of people, they'll be chatting by themselves, so it's not that much noisy. So sama je lah dengan lakefront. So what was your question? How many
How
minutes?
long?
Right? Depends. If I want to balik, I balik terus. So I don't have like an accurate timing. But if I feel it's too late or what, then I will used to go back home lah. But if I feel like I need to walk je, I'll just walk, sit, and start to
Interesting.
continue back.
It's like however much your body needs.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay. So that means you don't have a timer or you don't like.
Definitely I see my time lah. Kalau dah lambat sangat, kalau dah lambat sangat, yeah. If I already walk for like 2-3 hours, if I feel I have to go home because I have another thing to do, I'll definitely go back home.
Have you ever seen the movie Forrest Gump, Sham?
Not really.
There's this movie. This guy really likes walking, and he walked so much. He didn't look at the time. He walked from like I think it was Alabama all the way to the edge of like the US state, and it's like okay, I still want to walk. And then he patah balik. He go to like Texas or something, and he just kept walking. And in my head, I'm just imagining if you don't look at your time, that's just gonna be you. You're gonna keep walking, and then you're gonna end up at Puchong and then at Sunway.
Thinking about that story,
Oh my god!
Okay, no. I have a friend.
Okay, go on.
He loves walking as well, but it's acquaintance lah, not a close friend. He likes walking as well. He walks from MRT Cyberjaya to Mutiaraville.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
I was like, wow. I was like, that's insane. Like, okay, but people loves walking. Some people do loves walking. Then me, I realized that. So yeah, just take your time to walk.
I mean, but Malaysian weather does not
I
make
know,
it easy,
right?
man.
What time did he walk? Do you know?
No idea, but hearing that he walked from MRT Cyberjaya to Mutiara is already insane for me.
That's gotta be like an hour or something.
Yes, it is an hour something. It is an hour something.
But do you think we already do that much walking unconsciously every day?
I think so.
So
But maybe it doesn't apply too much to us because our campus is quite small. So it's like very easy to get around, right? But I'm sure like people who commutes daily from work riding the public transport, or maybe students in other big campuses, they'll walk 1 hour unconsciously. Yeah. Jeez, of 1 hour. I'm trying to imagine in my head 1 hour from Cyberjaya Utara. That sounds, if done in the right weather, I think it sounds fun. If you walk in 1 p.m, you're dead.
yeah, I know, right? Okay.
Honestly,
I've been walked like that, but short distance.
I think people should normalize walking in the rain. Hot take.
Oh, okay.
I can't do that.
Oh, why do you think so?
I don't know. It's just a nice feeling. You know, as a kid, you always when it's raining, you're always not allowed to go out during the rain. You know, and my rebellious nature just can't take it.
I got to do it. I got to do it.
I just, you know,
You allow your emotions.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you allow your emotions.
And I think I've done it a few times, and not religiously, not like every day I walk in every time it's raining, but whenever I find the opportunity, I try to just walk in the rain. It's nice. It's a nice feeling.
Don't you get fever though after that? Like,
It boosts your immune system, man.
immune system.
That's true.
Yeah.
If we do something that we love, it definitely boosts our immune system. It gives us a pleasure, even though the outcome might be sort of like fever or something. But at the end of the day, you feel the sense of like, oh, I did this, I did what the feel of happiness.
Yeah, but I don't know. There's this sense of joy I get walking in rain. When the rain is, I don't know. It just feels so childish, and I feel wholesome. You know, it's such a nice feeling whenever I did that.
Wait, but then like, how would you would come home soaking wet? Basically, right?
To be fair, if you go to a swimming pool, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fair. But
So
swimming
just-
pool is different, right? Swimming pool, you dive in.
You dive in, but you're still coming out wet.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Yep.
New event idea, guys. You know the what was it at the mugs EOC, they held a fun run nighttime. Maybe we should have a fun run at the rain.
True.
And then the Psyche Club gets sued for
All of them
Fever.
we're gonna have a informed consent like if you get sick from this
It's not.
It's not our this one anymore. If not our money, fine. Going for the clinics.
Wait, I totally forgot to mention that Sham here is actually the secretary for our Psyche Club. This is about 30 minutes in. Forgot to mention that Sham, other than being a psychology student, he is our secretary. So you're the one that handles a lot of the paperwork, right?
All of our proposals. Thank you, Sham.
No worries.
The
No
bridge,
worries. No worries.
the bridge to the lecturers, supervisors. What I'm curious now. Let's say you can't do the hobby. Let's say you get sick or the weather is not nice. What happens to you then? Like emotionally, what happens emotionally if you can't go and walk?
I walk in my room.
Really?
Yeah, even though it's a very short distance, I used to walk in my room because, like what I said, there's a lot of types of walking. People do long walk. I mean, for me, if I do it in my room, if I do it outside, it gives me a pleasure as well. And kebanyakannya, I will do it in my room compared to outside as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, and
So you like back and forth from one end to the other?
yes, because when I was a kid, I was not allowed that much to go out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so restricted for me to like actually step out from the house itself. So and then 2016, I was shifted to apartment. Yang tu pun, even though down there's a garden, my grandma only really let me. You kena habis exam dulu, akhir tahun baru you can go down there and play on whatsoever. So after lunch, after apa ke, I feel I want to walk, right? I used to walk back and forth. Even sometimes my family got irritated. You need that. Like you're walking, the only thing that you did in the house is like walking back and forth. Then I'll be like, I have no choice. So I macam walk only lah. And when it comes to sick, interestingly, if my sick is worse, then I'll go for sleep. But if I still feel like I'm active, I will still do any housework. Yeah, so I won't just bed rotter, or stick in the bed just because saying that I'm sick. If I really feel that I cannot, baru je I sleep. If I feel like I still have energy into it, I'll just do anything which makes me calm. Like cleaning the house is one of the things.
Yeah. In the house is also involves walking around the
Yes,
house.
exactly.
Actually, that reminds me. Actually, can kind of relate to you because sometimes I like walking around in my house when I'm home alone. But to me, it's when I walk, a lot of my ideas are generated. Doesn't matter assignment, doesn't matter creative means, doesn't mean I just like walking to just like generate ideas. I have like 3 stories in my head or like that I could write as a novel just because of I walk around. So in a way, walking can also be a way for you to like generate ideas to get your brain going.
Honestly, for me, it's showering. The ideas come while I'm showering, not working. I think that's where the idea of shower thoughts come.
Yeah,
That's why you like the rain.
No, I just
the rain.
Hey, we're sea, man.
Okay, see.
Okay, that is so wonderful to hear. So now we're gonna go into the next section, which is psychology and real life application. So tell us, Sham, like, how do you think your hobby contribute to your emotional balance and resilience? It's like, let's say for example, like something bad happened to you and assignment late due, and then you have to submit late, something bad lah, and then you go and walk to regulate. How much does that, like, walking contribute to you being able to, like, jump back up?
Okay, faham. I understand what you mean. Yes, there is times where I really feel macam down sangat, where I feel like nothing is going to happen. A feeling where you feel okay, this the end of it. You can't do anything else. But actually, you are just like suppressing your feelings in one corner. Faham tak? Like, okay, for example, like you talk about assignments. Yes, I do feel sometimes my assignment is quite heavy. If I sit on a desk, I feel like I couldn't do anything. So that's where walking also comes apart. Like I say, I won't go outside for that. I'll just walk in my room because I want the process to actually come back to me. From where I left it, I want it to like generate like why I'm feeling like this. So why I couldn't like generate ideas now. It's just because then only I realized I'm actually suppressing my feelings, the anger, the anxiousness, just because of something hard, that I feel like I can do. Actually, I can do, but you need time for yourself to actually like what Aram said, to allow the emotions to come, because there is a reason why the emotion is there. If there's
Yeah.
no reasons, the emotion won't be there first of all. So you need to know why the emotions come to you in the first place. So that's why I used to walk in my room. To walk, sometimes I used to listen to song also to walk in my room. But I will listen to my song, but then my idea, my thoughts will be in different place.
How is that?
How is that? Maybe because I used to listen to the similar songs lah. Because I don't really have like a playlist of a benda ke. I used to listen to one or two songs which is very similar. In that case, it helps me to just think deeply on what I'm thinking about it. And yeah, it makes me to find a solution rather than sitting down, suppressing yourself. Sometimes, yes, I used to go out because the environment in the room created like a negative type of environment. If you go to your room back, you start to like think about the same emotions and so on. So when you go out, you tend to like release it. You tend to like see a bigger space. From a smaller space, you tend to like have a bigger space. You tend to express yourself. So over time, you can feel like, oh, actually, this is something actually you can change. It's not something wrong. It's something where you can change. You can see it in a different perspective, actually.
Oh, so is it like so it allows you to, like, compartmentalize your brain in a way. Okay,
That's actually
that's actually really cool. So it's like you get to separate. For those who doesn't know, compartmentalization is it's a concept in psychology where your brain is sort of like a storage box, and you will sort your emotions, your actions into different slots in your storage box. So what, like, Sham is talking about, like, you are able to sort of sort through your emotions and think better by walking. It's sort of like you're organizing,
Yeah, kind of like that. Organizing my thoughts, something like that, like what you say.
So it gives you more clarity.
Yes, exactly.
That's really okay. Do you
sounds very Sherlock Holmes.
What's that?
actually, I can see you being Sherlock Holmes, bro. You can act. Sherlock Holmes is a British
Detective character, yeah.
Detective character.
Oh, okay.
I think I
No. So Sherlock Holmes has this. I mean, it's not. I don't think he uses it for emotions. He has his mind palace. In the show, if you watched it, he has this thing called the mind palace. So he organizes everything inside this palace of his. So he remembers. His memory is so good. He knows all his smartness is because of that mind palace. So when you start talking about it, that was damn. This is Sherlock Holmes.
I was thinking more like there was a cartoon The Amazing World of Gumball.
Okay.
There's this dad character, Richard Watterson, and in one episode, he had to like he couldn't move on from like they wanted to throw the old fridge, but he couldn't move on, so they literally like got into his mind, and you can see like he organized food and then his family memory all in like icebergs, and that's what I was.
Is this the new one?
No, it's an old one.
Oh, I don't remember this.
Yeah, I don't remember this episode.
His memories and his thoughts were like frozen in ice. It was throughout his mind. You would think of Sherlock. I would think of that.
Show is goated though. Gumball is my childhood.
Yeah. Same,
so
same. It's my
good.
childhood favorite too.
Have you guys seen the new one? They're releasing.
Oh, I have
No, I haven't.
I know you have.
Oh, it's so good. I can recommend it. They just released season 2. Season 2 of the new show. I'm not sure how many
Well,
episodes,
did
but
they have new voice actors or something?
only Gumball and Darwin. But the rest is the same.
Interesting.
And Penny. The sister Anais. Gumball, Darwin, Anais. Penny is the ones that I know they changed.
Penny was the peanut.
Yeah, Penny is the peanut. She used to be voiced by Gumball's mom. But now she's a different voice actor. Uh,
Huh.
so going back to like to you, Sham. Would you agree if I were to say like do you become more emotionally aware because of your walking? So like you much know not just when you're walking, but just in life. Let's say someone say something upsetting to you, and then maybe you're like, what's wrong with this guy? But then you know exactly what you feel because of your hobby.
I would say yes. Okay, I mean, when you're asking about question, yeah, I would say yes. Because now only giving me the awareness like how walking actually impact not only me myself processing, but also other people on how they are validating me, right? So some people they have their own opinions about us, and we have our own opinions about others. So in that case, you have to like we have to go through the process again. We have to think and see like which is clashing upon us and so on. Rasa macam tu. So yeah, in a way, yes, walking really helps me to actually contrast both. I mean, macam mana cakap compromise both the thoughts, what they are saying, and also how I'm behaving as a person as well. But if I want to compromise, if they are important to me in my life, I will compromise. But if they are, I won't say they're not important. But if I feel rasa macam it's okay, I can be alone. Nowadays, I rasa like I can be alone. Okay, macam dulu, I feel like I really need the attention. People pleaser, of course. So yes, I really need the attention. But right now, I feel like I can be alone. So tak payah nak attention sangat. So once you already have that mindset that you can be alone, you can just be yourself. You no need to think about other people's validation that much. Okay, not that much. I mean, I still have it. I'm a human being. Okay, it's not so easy to actually jump to. I mean, you have lived in a process and then jumping to another process is not really easy. It takes time, like what I said. So it does have it, but not that much. Macam okay lah, macam tu.
Oh, okay. That's good. It's like it allows you to be aware juga like how do I? It's like is this person? Would you? If it were to me, it's like is this person worth it to compensate? Yes. But for you, it's more like it's just like you can be alone. You don't have to touch that. It allows you to compensate. It allows you to be aware of yourself, and then you can choose your action. Maybe compensate or maybe question, curious.
So even on other factors, it elevates your emotion, like what I must say, your emotional awareness makes you more emotionally intelligent, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It makes us more like aware of the things that surrounding because we already know we have the emotions and
Yeah.
we need to think of why the emotion come and how to handle it and so on. Especially the emotions when you feel ego and jealousy, the heavy emotions. It's not bad. It's human to have that, but you need to know why it comes. It's okay to feel that way.
Yeah.
But if you really keep it too long, then it might be a disorder. Maybe. Who knows?
That's a
That's a consistent pattern to it. Then yeah.
Yeah, for those who are listening, usually a disorder happens if it disrupts the person's life, if it hurts the people in that person's life, and it's like a persistent pattern. Then it's an issue lah. It's an issue to be worked on. So,
But one thing I like to add, so sorry.
oh no, it's okay. Go on.
Everything takes time and energy. So that's why people they used to feel so tired when they have an intense talk and so on. They used to feel tired. It's not something bad. They need to realize it's not something bad to feel tired. they need to know if you're really concerned about it, it really takes that much of time and energy. Because we Indians, we believe the same energy is in me is the same energy is in him. But when you share the energy, there where you feel so heavy and you feel rasa macam, I think this conversation too cannot. You feel like, okay, I should stop this conversation. Actually, it's not. If you want to see in that way, it's okay. But if you really feel something is important, just go with it so that you can really see a clear picture of it. Don't just avoid it or what. Just macam cakap, go with the flow. I would say, yeah. If you feel tired, it's okay. Just make yourself feel tired. It's a process actually. Yeah.
Actually, this topic of energy it could be delved further into. It's a very interesting thing, and because if you go deeper into in a more scientific perspective, everything is energy. Everything is.
The Force.
Star Wars is the perfect example.
Yeah.
You know, the Force is a beautiful philosophy. Star Wars is Force, right? It's what everywhere. It's a perfect philosophy of how the world works. And I would believe the Force is real, man. You know,
What in Indian culture? What would you macam like in Chinese culture? One of the culture I can't remember Chinese Japan. They call it chi.
chi, exactly. So there's chi, and what do we call it?
Uh,
I think we just
energy?
no,
we don't have a specific
There
term.
is a specific term which I couldn't remember that much. But yeah,
But yeah, all is energy lah.
That's a really actually we can delve much deeper
It's
into
a different topic.
It's not. I mean, there is a term in India, but there's also another. Not to say another term. Okay, sometimes we greet each other in Vanakkam, right?
Yeah.
We say Vanakkam. But in India, they also greet each other by saying Namaskaram. Namaskaram literally translate the light in me is the light in you.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting.
That's what I heard from a podcast actually, from a speaking. They said that Namaskaram means a light in me is a light in you. So it definitely that's what the podcast said. Like, not a podcast, it's actually a talk. And she says that's really resonate towards her because she can feel the energy in her and the energy in surrounding her. It's all the same actually.
Hey, that's cool. How do you say it? How do you
Namaskaram.
Namaskaram? Learn a new word. Namaskaram.
No, I always knew that word. I didn't know that was what it meant. That was like
It's a Hindi word.
Yes, it's a Hindi.
Sanskrit or Hindi.
I'm not really sure, but
Yeah.
usually the North Indians use this
I
word.
see.
Yeah, the Hyderabad people, so on. They say Namaste, Namaskaram.
Namaskaram. Okay, I learned a new word, and so did the audience. Namaskaram, the light within you and within me.
The light within you is the same within.
All right, that's awesome. What would you say your advice for the listeners right now? And for the listeners that are struggling with emotional regulation, what would your advice be?
My advice will be it's okay to feel anxious, to feel jealous, to feel ego, because no one in this world is perfect. And to actually learn yourself better, it's okay to accept the wounds actually. So just be, I won't say be brave, but allow yourself to accept those emotions. If you're not allowing yourself, you will definitely face it in the future somehow. But right now, if you already know, you're having anxious, jealousy, ego, over time in future, you know how to regulate it. So when the time being, okay, I have this anxious and I have the egoness, you tend to go back to the same process, and you'll be more calmer, you'll be more like knowledgeable, you know how to actually process it. So my advice to everyone out there, just allow yourself to feel it. Don't avoid it, because in some cases, avoiding doesn't really help. You'll tend to suppress the feelings more deeper and deeper inside, and it will create one wound. We like to heal the wound. We're not creating the wound, actually.
That is a really good advice. Oh my goodness. Man, I'm learning learning a lot.
This episode is so much more about healing and
Yeah, it's not about healing.
it's so it's nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
As we are approaching to the end of the episode, I have one short question and we have one I guess long question. So the short question is like, if your walking has an emotional identity, what would it be, do you think? It doesn't have to be the normal ones like joy, sad, anger. You can express it in whatever way you think it is.
I would say it's very subjective. It depends on the situation as well, because my process is not only comes from ego or jealousy or what. It also comes from happiness. When I walk, I feel like, oh, yesterday I did this, yesterday I did that. Okay, that is like something, a relief. So it's very subjective. I would say a mix of emotions. I would say it doesn't. It depends on the situation. It doesn't come like, oh, because it doesn't come from only one pinpoint of view. It comes from actually a lot. It depends on your life.
See. Yeah, so it just more so like depends on the situation, and it can transform into any emotion that sort of fits the situation.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the key takeaway from this discussion, Ram? What did you learn? Like what do you think you learn? What did the audience could know more?
I think, see, I mentioned quietness at the beginning of the episode, and we all tend to fear it, myself included. I fear this silence, whether it's with people, whether it's with myself, you know. So my brain automatically needs to substitute this silence. And I think walking is such a good, it's everybody can do it, you know, and it forces you to put away your phone, put away your distractions, just be by yourself for yourself, you know,
Sort of existing in the space.
being present, being present in the moment. And I think this is a beautiful explanation Sham has given, and it is a beautiful knowledge that he's telling everyone how walking can also be a hobby.
Something so simple and seemingly mundane, but there's so much layers to it. Exactly. There's so much layers, and this just reiterates more about the goal of the podcast is to like shine a light on things that sort of we don't really think twice about it. I mean, like walking to regulate yourself, we don't really think about it. We just like most people, including me, is just like walking point A, point B, but it's not like something to heal you and to let yourself be back in control. Especially in the modern age, right? We are always distracted, always everything is sort of testing us to get out of control, but walking allows to let you be back in the pilot seat. All right, so I guess we are approaching the end. I just want to say thank you so much to Sham for joining our episode. This we learned a lot, we learned a lot. It's inspiring me to walk more, and I hope it's inspiring the audience to also consider the importance of walking as a way to regulate your emotion. I'm pretty sure there's also scientific evidence, right, that
Yeah.
walk,
Definitely.
your hormone get released, right? What's the hormone? Endorphins.
We'll check that out.
We'll check later.
So I'm not sure when's the next episode, because next episode will be busy with celebrating New Year's, Christmas, and such. So perhaps next episode won't be next week, but listeners, you can stay tuned for the next 2 weeks. I think our next episode should be hobby as a platform to express creativity. And now that I am aware this place can handle 4 people and I know how to book it. This is my first time booking this area.
It's an upgrade, man. Upgrades, people.
It's an upgrade. Be sure to leave any feedback you have for the podcast and what we can improve more. We've gotten plenty useful useful feedback, and because of this feedback, we are able to upgrade more. We have the microphones were what was a feedback that we improve on the decoration, and if anything else, let us know. We hope that you have enjoyed listening to this episode. Ram, do you have anything final words
I
to say?
think Sham finalized it very well earlier. You
Yeah.
want to say anything else?
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Merry
Christmas and Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year's.
Safe.
Man, I'm not gonna see you guys for next year. Alright.
I'll see you all next year.
We'll see you all next year. Thank you so much. And be sure to stay hobbyized. Thank you, everyone.